fucking cold here.
Want my clothes? My head. I need to concentrate. Well, you were right about one thing. Dawkins did try to negotiate with the Skyans. That will have consequences, for me and the Sixth Power. But those are irrelevant right now. The most important thing here is, how did you find out about it?
I know Dawkins. I served for years under him and his hellish machine. Plus, I watched him walk into Mararkor. And just like I thought... Whatever. But that should be enough to prove that I can be useful to you and your cause.
If you saw Dawkins and you still hate him, why didn't you attack him while he was still vulnerable?
That monster won't be dealt with so easily. I wish. Dawkins has survived for centuries, and he's always been just fine playing among Magellan's major powers. There's no way a mere Alp commander like me could get rid of him. Getting rid of him will require more power than I have, if it's even possible at all.
Enough with the games. Just tell me how I can stop the Skyan's former.
Okay, fine. Listen up. The formers start working as soon as they hit the ground. The biggest one, the main former, is in Mararkor and serves as the Skyan's headquarters. They call it Cassandra. At the core of each former is a sort of flying machine, and around that, there's a sort of organic crystalline structure. The structure contains different cells that help with terraforming and growing their creatures. You have to get into the central computer cell of each former. Every computer in the cell is being run by an AI belonging to that former.
Okay, so I have to destroy that central computer.
That's not enough. Like I already said, the formers have already started their work. You have to change their programming so that the cells slow down their processes. Or really, best case scenario, stop completely. And it might take some time before the thing stops running completely, but it will stop once you have switched the processes.
I'm not a technician.
No, but one of our drones could do it. I sat for days in a cave near the main former listening to the Skyan's data transfer. I finally heard a code fragment from a key algorithm, which is sent to the other formers. Here, give it to one of our drones. They shouldn't have a problem completing and using the key algorithm. The interfaces to Skyan technology are pretty similar to our own. Bring your drone to a former's central computer, and just let it do its work. If you could manage to stop at least 2 formers that way, it would be a huge step forward.
The Skyans won't be happy if someone starts messing with their formers.
No. That's why it will be your job to make sure they don't destroy your drone while it interferes with the AI in the central computer cell. Plus, you wouldn't leave such an important mission up to a robot, would you?
And you know all that just from watching them?
I told you. Their interfaces are pretty similar to ours. It's the only thing that makes sense.
But which former should I try to deactivate?
One is probably just as good as another. I don't know if there are some that are less closely guarded than the others. It's up to you. Just pick 2 to try your luck with.
Why 2? Why not all of them?
Well, I suppose you could try to deactivate all of them. But my guess is that your drone will have collected enough data about the Skyan's technology after only 2 of them. Once you have that information, it will probably be worth turning your attention to Maricor.
What else do you know about the Skyans and the main former in Maricor?
Cassandra is well protected. Every cell of the former is guarded by a small army. Worse, the area around her is guarded by the Skyans' abominations. The biggest problem, though, is deactivating the core of the main former. I'm sure we'll come across other problems, but I know how to solve most of them.
So, you can get us into the Lion's Den.
Yes, and I told you my expertise would be useful. So let's talk about what I want in return.
Slow down, Wardek. We're not there yet. I haven't forgotten what you did.
Fine, but I'd suggest that you should focus on us not getting exterminated right now. You can kill me after we get through this, if you still want to.
I will. But now isn't the time. You're right about that much.
Right. Let's get down to business. How are your people at the Bastion doing?
The Sixth Power is becoming a force to be reckoned with. Even the other factions are paying attention to us. And I won't let you do anything to hold them back.
Now why would I want to? We need every single person we have to defeat the Skyans. You should really pool your strength. The best thing to do would be to ally with one of the big factions.
Finding a strong partner for the Sixth Power is at the top of my list.
Of course. Let me guess. That was Dawkins' idea.
Why should I give in to your demands?
Simple. I told you how to deactivate the Skyans' formers. I mean, that really should be enough proof that I know what I'm talking about.
So what do you want?
I want us to use the opportunities we have. I want us to be as prepared as possible, to make sure we don't make any mistakes. I'll tell you everything I know once we're ready to wage full-scale war against the Skyans. And I mean everything, including your personal business. Only a powerful leader with the ability to focus on what's important has any chance of success. Oh yeah, and one other small thing. I want to end my exile and go back to my people. You're gonna help me return to the rank of Alp Commander.
You know, I used to always take your side, but...
There's nothing wrong with...
Save it. I understand.
Good. Then we have a deal.
Okay, so here's the current situation. Before we move further into Maricor, we have to make sure that we can deactivate some of the formers in our own territory. And then there's the whole thing with you wanting your old rank as Alb Commander back.
That's right. And I'll hold you to that. Well, keep at it. I'll be waiting in my hideout. Come and find me once you've sorted it all.
Not bad. Who knows how long all this will stand here for?
We're done for now. Stand by. So, buddy, we have an even bigger task ahead of us.
Sensor set to receive, Commander.
The two of us need to penetrate the Skyant former and connect you to the central console.
Analysis. Probability of survival 25.6%.
Huh, better than I thought. Look, we need more information on their tech. We don't know enough yet. They're a highly advanced enemy, and we can't give them the element of surprise. And we've got to shut the former down, or we won't be alive for long.
Acknowledged. Ready, awaiting orders.
Right. I'm taking you with me.
Training of Commander Core mental stability urgently recommended.
All right. Let's begin my mental training.
Acknowledged. Initiating training protocol.
Thanks. Hopefully that'll be enough for a while.
Stand by.
Damn it. Follow me.
Central former unit located. Initializing takeover. Connection established. Data transferred. Former polarity reversal initiated. Awaiting shutdown of operations.
That's it. The first former we've ever broken down.
Acknowledged.
How'd it go? Did you get any data from the central console?
Former control unit uses autonomous AI.
I thought as much. Did you take it over?
Control unit was overwritten following transfer of key algorithms from Mothership. Control of operational former cells successfully acquired. Terraforming process significantly prolonged.
Great job. Wardick was right. We can repolarize the other formers this way.
Acknowledged.
How long will it take to bring this thing's terraforming process to a complete standstill?
Analyzing. Estimation possibly unreliable due to multiple uncertain parameters.
Bullshit. How long?
524 days and 16 hours.
Okay, that is too long. We need it to go faster.
Insufficient data for reliable estimation.
The next former will hopefully give us more of a clue. All right, little guy. We know what we have to do. We'll do one more and then we'll see.
Acknowledged. Central Former unit located. Initializing takeover. Connection established. Data transferred. Former polarity reversal initiated. Awaiting shutdown of operations.
So, we've now repolarized two formers. Have you found out anything else?
Correction of initial assumption that former control units work autonomously. Strong influence of Control Unit 0 from Mothership detected.
Understood. You've tracked down Cassandra. Will that help us immobilize the main former?
Negative. Key algorithm and complete identification of Cassandra not available.
Okay, so the control units of the other formers are just smaller offshoots of Cassandra. They're being controlled by her.
Negative. Description of smaller offshoots implies fewer control algorithms or interfaces.
Yeah, okay. But basically, Mother Cassandra calls the shots. Okay. Now we can switch off the remaining formers manually, or go straight to the main former to stop the terraforming.
Acknowledged.
I need to talk it over with Wardek again. Alright, here we go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Stand by. Warning. Rapid drop in temperature detected. High probability of collapse.
I went to the formers and you were right. My drones were able to bring their systems under control very quickly.
So, do you finally believe that I can help you?
If we can destroy the formers, then the AI in the mothership shouldn't be a problem either.
Did you find out anything about Cassandra?
Yes. The control units in the formers are offshoots of the main AI in the mothership.
I doubt the key algorithm will be much help turning that off. If it's the original, it can do a lot more than its offshoots. It's much more likely that it will be able to notice our changes in the short or long term, and then start the terraforming process from the deactivated formers back in motion. The best thing would be to get to the AI without having to enter the main former.
Well, then we'll turn off the next former.
Don't bother. Your drone isn't gonna find more information that way. But Cassandra may well reveal herself some other way.
Cassandra has revealed herself. More than that, she's been listening to us. She even took over my drone a few times.
The Skyans are truly a wily opponent.
Cassandra seems to be in every machine that's been in contact with Skyan tech. She takes over like Dark Elex, quietly and in the background, but powerful and relentless.
She's a frightening thing to face, but we will beat her. We just need to survive long enough to gather our strength first. I'll try to think of something to give us an edge.
Okay, so here's the current situation. We're ready. Time to look to Maracor. Now give me what I need to survive in the main former.
Wait a second, we had a deal. I'm not helping you until I have my rank back.
We don't have time for this shit.
We had a deal!
Help me defeat this enemy, and you'll get your reward.
No. I want my rank back, and I want it now.
This is the real you. Selfish. Demanding. Who the hell is ever going to trust a man like you with a command? Let alone follow you into battle.
That's it. You keep pushing me, questioning my authority. No more.
let's just forget this. While we're arguing here, the Skyans are probably gaining ground.
Of course, you're right. Listen, my boy,
What the fuck happened to you? Where's the man I knew? Who taught me as a boy that determination and effectiveness are the highest goals? I looked up to you. I would have done anything to earn your respect. How could you just abandon everything you believed in?
If the Elexiters had found out that you were not mine by birth, that you were the child of hunters and fishers from Edon,
They would have judged you, like you judged me.
that's right, and I couldn't have that. I've seen firsthand what going cold turkey off Elex is like. There's nothing I fear more. The fear of losing my position with the Albs and being cut off from it was so intense, it made me insane.
And now, you've been in exile for years, without the Albs' Elex, alone.
That's right. I didn't just go through hell. I never left it. Not a day goes by when I don't relive everything I did to you and my people. The little Elex I do find now and then keeps me from completely losing it. I want it to end. I want to go back to my people. I need that. The Ignadon Elex Depot. I can practically smell it. Even all the way out here. I can feel it. You have to help me, my boy. Please.